So, this is the story of how we got up this mountain. Slept in 28-degree weather, froze over inside our own Jeep, drank some cold whiskey, had some hot chili. It's gonna be a good one. Stick with us. Alright, so here's the pack list. We've got bedding and more bedding because it's going to be really cold out. It's probably going to be snowy. It's going to be below freezing, so we want to have plenty of warmth to keep us cozy at night. We've got our camp stove, we've got wood to make a fire, camp utensils, plates, pots and pans in the top. We've got miscellaneous camp stuff in the bottom. Got a hammock if we get frisky and we want to sit in the hammock in our snow gear. We've got camp chairs, water, more miscellaneous stuff, and all of that's gonna go inside there. I gotta take some stuff out, clean up a little bit. Somebody wants to go after a cat, but it's gonna be good. All right, so here's a quick tutorial on how to tie up your ratchet straps. So I don't like to cut my ratchet straps short. I like to keep them nice and long. You want to get your ratchet strap to the point that it has the tension you want. So you have it as tight as you want it. You're going to take it from the very end and start a loop. You want about 2.5, maybe 3 fingers on the loop. And then we're just going to coil it up. I learned this from a long haul semi trucker and how he ties up his full size ratchet straps. We're just going to take it all the way up. We'll leave ourselves a little bit of length. You might pull it back just a little bit extra. Then now you've got your loop. You're going to take your excess, feed it through. And then on the side that it's wrapped around, you're going to loop it back on itself. Pull it tight. And now that's captured, that loop. And you're just going to roll it up. Then the handle is tensioned. So now you're just going to pull the handle back. Continue rolling it up. Now the handle will keep the bundle tight and it's not going to unroll itself. That'll stay forever.
Made it how many miles?
3,000 miles.
3,000 miles?
Last Yellowstone trip. So that's pretty good. What broke? Really? Did you break your vest, Leo?
All I see is this part. But yeah, it's broken. Wow, look at all the ice cubes, or the icicles.
Wow. What just happened?
He just jumped like this! Hey! Leo! Thank you! He totally acted like such a scared and... He was not expecting it. You want a snowball? I still want to go in that pool so bad.
I bet it would be so cold right now.
Yeah. He's just going so fast I didn't want him to
He's
knock you
barreling.
over.
Look, there he is.
Leo! Come on. Hey! Hey! Where are you going? I'm over here!
Well, we made it up to the top of the mountain. There was a couple little slide spots. We slid a little bit, but it wasn't too bad. All the cargo made it up. And now, all I gotta do is get through there. And we're gonna be to the perfect spot on the mountain.
But look at this.
It's pretty perfect up here.
Ice cold snow, but gorgeous.
Tying Leo up so that we can get our camp set up. You're just in time to see the beginning of the sunset. Hear snowmobiles in the distance. We are up here in the mountains. See Mount Baker just in the distance over there. Just peeking through the trees. My beautiful girlfriend unpacking her stuff. My chainsaw. Time to get camp set up. There's a mound of snow right here. I kicked some snow out and there's some rocks. So I'm thinking there might be a fire pit hidden underneath here. So we're gonna dig that back with a shovel, see if we can't make a fire. Beautiful. Well, it wasn't quite a fire pit, but it once was. I uncovered all the rocks, and there was a pile of coals and ashes underneath the pile of rocks. So at some point it was a fire pit, and once again today, it has now become a fire pit again. All right, we got camp set up, got light going and a fire going. Pick up the lantern. Making dinner.
Leo, stay away from dinner.
Leo likes to think he's a good boy, but sniffing the chili. Decided to go with chili because what better dinner to have on a mountain than chili? Leo, go lay down, sir. Got the stoves cranked, fire going, sunset in the distance. Well, good morning, everyone. It's a cozy 28 degrees out. Just waking up, and everything is frozen over. There's a thick layer of ice over everything. So this morning is going to be spent in thawing stuff. Somebody found his bowl. Oh good, it's not frozen on the inside. But it's like in the Day After Tomorrow movie where the ice storm comes in and freezes everything over. Look at how frozen this chair is. Frozen sticks.
Jeep?
Yeah, you're fine.
There you go, sir. Pull it down. Go. Here. Go lay down.
Leo, stay out of the leftover chili, sir.
I just want to get inside of it. That's all. Two-handed job. You do that. Try and get some of the snow off of everything. Leo, get out.
God. Let's go for 2.
I feel like food-wise, other than for getting butter, we did super good. We went and got our chili because we didn't have any, but other than that, we did super good. I feel like everything has been pretty successful, except for our sleeping arrangements. We kind of have some ideas on how to fix that next time. We stayed warm for the most part. I think my nose and my cheeks were the only thing that got cold.
Yeah, my nose was so cold.
Which we could have fixed if we would have worn our ski masks. We just didn't want to.
Having a second sleeping bag that we can...
Zip to our brown sleeping bag.
Yeah, a second brown one. That way we can zip them together.
This is one of those 32-degree or lower ones, but it's super heavy and thick. It's not like the one that I have on, it's just like a thin one.
Yeah, it's not like a backpacking one.
Yeah, it's very much cold weather. We broke our lamp. Leo's vest has his water bottle on it, and I told him to come here, and he ran into it. Not on purpose, it was the side of the vest that hit it. I went to grab the lamp so it didn't hit the snow. It burned me pretty good and fell into the snow, and it didn't crack because of the weight of going into it. It cracked because of the hot to the cold so instantly. But that knob on top just burned the crap out of my fingers. I probably would have been okay touching just the top, but the nub was so hot that I had to let go. So definitely we have to get another one of those, because that's probably one of my favorite camp items we have, is that.
What I like about it is, like last night it wasn't putting off a whole lot of light. I think it's because the bottle's getting empty, and then also because it's so cold, since propane is a liquid when it's cold, and then it has to become a gas to be able to be burned.
Yeah.
I think it's like...
I felt like the stove was kind of doing that too.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like a full bottle would do better. But yeah.
It'd be cool to try the jet fuel thing too.
Yeah, those work better because it's not propane, it's butane.
Right.
And butane is always a gas unless it's under pressure. And so where propane is, well, I mean, it is a liquid when it's under pressure, but it's a little bit different. Propane's affected by heat a lot more than butane.
Can you connect this light to that?
No, I think this is only propane.
Only propane.
Because the butane just puts off too much heat.
I think we should bring the jet thing next time just for boiling water, boiling snow.
Yeah.
And then we can
I
wash
agree.
it instead of using our handy dandy. You want to show them our handy dandy, getting some nice shots of other parts of your body here. No, so our cup, our coffee maker. What's that called? We would use this thing nonstop. It's been on the fire, or on the stove nonstop.
The brand is this GSI coffee percolator. Does super well. It's all stainless. That's what sold me, is it's all stainless. Most of them, they're a stainless pot, but they have a aluminum percolator. I don't like that. I want it to be all stainless. There's other brands besides GSI, but that was the first one that I saw that was a good price. The other GSI item that I really like is our, I think this is GSI, yeah. Oh, it's our
knife set.
Knife set.
Bring it a little closer. I'm not using Zoom, so if you
That's
want
fine.
stuff to get zoomed in, you'll have to do that later.
So, it's got 3 different knife sizes. It comes with like a washcloth and a soap bottle and then a folding cutting board. This thing's pretty great.
We have a normal size cutting board too because of the totes. We have one normal size one because the folding one is nice, but it gets stuff in between it.
Yeah, the biggest thing that I don't like, let me show you on the folding cutting board, is it's great because it folds, but since you do all the cutting on this side, when you go to pick it up, it wants to fold over, so you'll have like a full thing of whatever you cut, but then you always have to keep it from folding on itself. So it'd be better if that was the cutting side. That way it holds itself open, but this is the cutting side.
I guess we could technically cut on the other side.
Yeah, I think the only reason they don't do that is they don't want you to cut on the plastic line where it folds on. Otherwise it'll break sooner.
Cutting set.
What's that?
Where'd you get the cutting set?
Oh, this was just at a Sportsman's Warehouse, I think.
And then where do we get the kettle?
Kettle was...
I think Sportsman's too.
Yeah, it might have been Sportsman's. I think I also saw them at Walmart.
I don't think it was Walmart though. I think it was Sportsman's. It was a sporting goods store of some kind.
Yeah. I think we bought ours at Sportsman's, but I think I also saw either this brand or off-brand at Walmart.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got the Craftsman, what is this, a 10-inch chainsaw. It's been sitting outside in 28-degree weather all night. We took the battery inside the Jeep to keep the battery warm, because that's the one thing that will actually freeze over. So, as you can see, it's plenty cold, completely iced over. So, we're going to pop the battery in. We found a piece of deadfall or a piece of driftwood or something that somebody brought up here and burned a while ago. So we don't feel too bad about cutting this up and burning it. So let's slap the battery in. The battery says that it's full charge right now, but let's see if it actually runs. Alright. Should be good for now. Not bad.
Does it throw too much? I'm going to try and go like this.
That's fine. Not even struggling. So that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that.
Good for videoing too. It's not throwing too much to
Yeah.
worry about injuring the camera or the mic.
Let's see, and the only thing that I'll be concerned in this cold weather is bar oil not coming out and cleaning the blade, or getting a buildup of like frozen wood chips, but it doesn't seem to be building up too much. It's still dropping a good amount on the bottom, so I think this is a winner. Go. Let's see, after those cuts, 28-degree weather, still got plenty of battery for more cuts, and if this battery warms up a little bit and sits, it's probably going to give us more. So Craftsman 10-inch, that's a winner. We got breakfast, which is breakfast sausage and oatmeal. Sitting here waiting for these logs to catch, really warm up as the sun starts to peek over the mountain.
There we go.
So example of how cold it was last night. It's starting to thaw finally. There was a layer of ice on the inside of the windshield. Do you hear that? That's on the inside of the windshield, not the outside. This is going to take some defrosting, that's for sure. Got 25-degree wild turkey. Bottle's frosted over. Can't wait to have a sip.
Look at how it has melted and frozen. It's so spiky.
Really tall spikes.
From repetitive melting and freezing.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely not something we noticed yesterday.
No.
It was more like powder yesterday, I felt like.
There's the sun rising over Baker. Almost straight over the peak of Mount Baker. That's beautiful. This is what we got going on in here. It was so cold that the roof froze over, and now it's thawing with the sun. And so it's dripping water over everything inside the vehicle. Passenger window is still frozen over.
It's pretty frozen over here too.
Yeah, the windshield's still frozen over too.
Come look at your clasps. They're frozen.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. So, on all the hardtop clasps, it's frozen over. It's just dripping water everywhere right now. We're gonna have to turn the defrost on and blast it.
And put a hood on too.
Yeah, you can see on the passenger windshield, the only thing that's defrosted is around where the mirror is, where it's reflecting the sunlight against the windshield, but it's still all frozen over on the inside. So we've opted to start the vehicle and get it defrosting for a good hour or so before we even leave. That way it dries out the windshield and the whole hardtop. So it's currently 31 degrees.
31.
It's been sitting overnight, so like nothing. Easy. So though it sucks that like the hardtop's dripping water all over, it sucks that Rachel burnt herself. Luckily for pretty much everything that's gone wrong, quote unquote, we've had solutions for it. So we've got extra towels we planned on drying ourselves off with, but I mean, we can be a little bit wet, but drying off the hardtop's a little bit more important. That way it's not dripping on our gear, especially the cameras and things like that. And then we had burn cream for Rachel, but definitely it's a good reminder to be prepared because stuff happens, so always bring extra gear. Well, we got the Jeep defrosting now. Look at how much moisture is on the windshield. That's all on the inside. I know it looks like it rained on the window, but all of that moisture is on the inside. So we got it just blasting heat in here. I'm sure I do. So, what did we learn from our excursion up the mountain? Or I should say, we're home now. Clearly, we made it down the mountain. We survived. There were some slippery spots, some icy spots on the road. It definitely had thawed and then froze again. So the road that was primarily just snow was now ice when we went down. So getting down the mountain was probably sketchier than going up the mountain because there were a lot of slick spots. But all in all, what did we learn?
We are very prepared. Not that we can be more prepared, but we are prepared. Any mishaps we kind of came across, we were able to work around all of them, even the one that we felt we weren't prepared for. Leo's vest broke, and we repaired it over and over, but it wasn't something that we could sustain necessarily. So definitely something in the future we'll have.
Which is funny too, because it's like we had a feeling it was loosening consistently, but we had no real proof of it actually loosening. So for it to be loose or for it to completely fall off was definitely strange.
Yeah. We want to do a better job at making the back of the Jeep comfortable for sleeping. That's something we want to improve on, but overall our food was fantastic. We stayed warm. We maybe got our faces a little cold, but we stayed warm. Food,
we completely forgot to bring any spices.
Yep, no spices at all.
Yeah,
We had salt and red peppers, and that's it.
Salt and red pepper flakes. We survived off that. We had coffee, we had tea, we had hot chocolate, so we were set on all hot drinks. We had whiskey.
To keep the insides warm. We trusted our gut a lot, and we kept going, even though necessarily we had to stop in the vehicle. We kept going on foot and found out we could get our vehicle back there, and that was pretty wonderful. Made it so we had a great view.
Yeah, it's like we stopped at a spot that we thought was already kind of perfect, and then we found just 20 yards through the brush an even better spot. So that was awesome.
Yeah. We can do it. We definitely have that. We can snow camp in the car.
Definitely.
And we can camp with less. We have a lot of summer gear, and we camped with probably a third, if even that. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 totes in here, and 3 totes outside. So of our 10 totes.
And we don't necessarily use all of these all the time, but
no,
we clearly show that we didn't need it all.
Yeah, exactly.
It was nice not having mosquitoes or things like that.
Oh, goodness. And it wasn't like cold, like eat through you cold. It wasn't windy or anything like that. So it was just cold, but we had the appropriate gear. And that's probably another thing we should mention we learned. Like, even though I have gear meant for snowboarding, Joshua just has gear that we got from Costco, and we both maintained a good amount of warmth. So the quality of our gear in this situation wasn't determining of anything.
Say another reason, or it showed another reason why it's good to have good boots. We both have two different style boots, but both our feet stayed relatively warm and dry, which is good. And
good socks. We both had good socks on too.
Yep.
Nice socks.
All in all, I think it was a great camping trip. It was, I would say, a little bit more than I expected or anticipated. But once you start going up the mountain, you should be ready for whatever, and I think we were ready for whatever. So, it was fun.
We were ready to walk down the mountain if we needed to.
Yeah, exactly.
We were afraid we might get locked in, so.
Yeah. I've had a battery die, and if you've seen the other videos, the year in review, I talk about that battery dying. So, definitely watch that, because it's not the first time it's happened.
Well, and then also the road we went up had a gate, so we were afraid maybe they might close the gate on us, dawn to dusk type thing. So.
And it's a new mountain, you have no idea. For all we know, a big snowstorm could have rolled in overnight, but it looked like it was going to stay relatively clear, and it did.
And we were really lucky. I had service. Joshua didn't, but I had service. So
yeah, you had
worst came to worst.
Full bars.
We would have been okay, but we still pretended.
Exactly. Yeah, but it was fun. Do it again.
Yeah, just with more padding in the back.
Yeah, definitely more padding in the back. And Leo's got to figure out where he needs to sleep because he kept screwing us up. I need to move the seats forward because I don't get the full 6 feet in the back if I don't move the seats forward all the way, and so our feet were scrunched the whole time. Couldn't lay straight in the back.
I could.
Well, you could.
But I'm only 5'6".
I need that extra few inches.
Yeah.
But it was good.
Take it.
So, until next time, like and subscribe. Follow us for more adventures, and you can learn along with us. So, thank you. That is some cold whiskey.